Hey y'all, pardon the mess behind me. Diane would kill me if she knew I'm doing this, but oh well. Um, there's this thing called flat iron steaks. Now, some of you guys may know what it's about, some of you may not, but I mean, man, if you do not know what a flat iron steak is, you are so missing out. It is unbelievably good. I mean, it's if you like filet mignon, it is like almost a duplicate of filet mignon as far as the tenderness of it. And oh, it's so good. It was only found out like 10 to 15 years ago is the the story behind it, but it was used as a roast, and it was kind of not much of a roast, so they used to sell it for next to nothing. And it was almost a lot of times it was used as just throw it in as hamburger meat because it was so unknown. Well, they started, and the reason why, by the way, here, I'll show it to you here. Let's see here. How do you flip it around here? Well, let's just pick it up. All right, here it is. Let's see. Here it is. All right, see, it says $2.99 a pound. I just bought this about 2 or 3 weeks ago for like $6.99 a pound, and that was an unbelievably good deal. Usually it goes for like $8.99, $10.99. At restaurants, you can get it for, I mean, some restaurants, I mean, they'll sell it for so expensive you can't believe it. Anyway, sometimes you can get great deals on this, and I'm telling you, you gotta get this. It's just fantastic. Now, there's a little bit of massaging or a little bit of whatever you call it that you've got to do with this. You gotta cut it up. I'll show you how to do it. But I wanted to kind of explain this to you. I'm telling you, y'all, if you would just get this when it's on sale, look at this, 2.36 pounds for $7.06. I'm telling you, these are what it'll do. It'll turn into two huge steaks, okay? And there's a little membrane that runs right in between it. It's like this stuff called silver skin, which you can't eat. So you just cut it out, but you gotta be good with it. You gotta take a nice sharp knife and cut it and get through it. Some butchers will have it already cut for you, but like our local people, they don't do it. So I get it for a hell of a good price, and I just take some time and cut it up myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and tape this for you guys. It might be, y'all might think I'm full of it, but I'm telling you, if you try it, you will. You'll never go back. You'll just be looking for that all the time. It's become Diane's favorite steak, and she loves steak like you can't believe how good she loves it. So anyway, all right, I'll be back. Okay, y'all. Here is the steak itself. Now, here's the shape of it. Notice how it's wide here, and it kind of comes up to a peak here. They've cut this part off, but it did come to like a peak. And it's like a triangle, if you will. Now, think of a iron, I-R-O-N, to do your clothes with, and that's the shape of the iron, and that's why they call it flat iron steaks. Now, there's all different kinds of names they call it. Let's see. They call it 50-11 different names. This one they call a beef chuck boneless shoulder roast. It is from the shoulder roast area of the cow, but it's a damn flat iron steak, y'all. So anyway, now you see this stuff right here. This is all what they call silver skin. You cannot. This is not fat, so you can't eat it. So we want to get that off. And then there's some fat here. We really want to get that off too. You see that? I'll show you how we do that. But you notice here, there's a middle. I don't know what you call that, a line of basically fat. Now there's going to be fat in there that you can't eat anyway either. So what we're going to attempt to do is this side is one steak and this side is one steak. And I'm telling you, y'all, it takes a little bit of time. Even if you cut it and you don't make it look perfect like it does, let's say in a restaurant or whatever, it cooks so great. And all you got to do, I mean, you can cook it any way you want to, but I just throw it on a cast iron pan and cook it. And oh my gosh, I like mine rare. But anyway,
and like I say, Diane loves this darn thing. So I'll show you how we get started here. So like I say, this is some silver skin. Best way to do it is to start out, just hopefully you have a good knife, and you kind of come under it. See how I'm kind of coming under it here, and then I just go outward. Now I've got something to grab a hold of, and if I pull back and keep let me get a little bit more here. Stay underneath, and if I can keep, there we go. There. Now, see, I can keep the resistance or the tug. I can tug away at it here. And like I say, I'm not perfect at this. I am certainly no butcher. But what I do is just pull it and try to get as least amount of steak pulling off with this silver skin as possible. And you know, it's not like you're doing it at some restaurant. So if it doesn't look beautiful, who gives a flying patootie, y'all? So anyway, just cut this baby. Oh my gosh, y'all, it is so good. I'm telling you. All right, so let's kind of keep going at it. I try to put the knife, the pressure towards the silver skin. That way, if I can turn it around and show you that way, I cut it this way, and I don't get the silver skin off because it's pretty strong, pretty taut, if you will. So let's do that, and before you know it, I'm gonna have this whole little big old piece of it off. Let's see how much we got left. We got this much left, so let's go in here, get a little bit of this action here. Ooh-wee. Boy, I wish I was like really good, you know, butcher. Ooh-wee. Y'all be impressed with my culinary knife skills, but anyway, I know what I'm doing. The execution isn't as great as I would hope, but who gives, once again, who cares? I'll see how I got this. I'll just go in under here, pull it out. Now there's some, so I'll end up cutting through all that. Look at that. This, I'm probably going to just end up having to have one little tiny piece of it, but I know I'm rambling, y'all. All right, here, let's just get this off. All right, see that? That's nothing but silver skin there. This is worth nothing to you because you can't chew this. You can't eat it. So trash it goes. Okay. All right, now you see how much I got off. Man, this is like beautiful, 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 beautiful. So, and then you come over here, and let's see here. Let's see what we got. So, see how this is? Basically, you just try to get, even if this is just a little piece of meat, no big deal. It's real good meat. You know, at a restaurant, they would cut this little bit off because it's not, you know, it's not going to make a steak or anything. And I mean, it's still edible. Like right here. See this little piece? They throw this in the pile for the hamburger. But I'll just throw it on the cast iron pan, and that's one more bite than I had, right? All right, so now let's get in here. You see this, all this skin right here, this basically silver skin? I'm gonna just try to put my knife, which by the way is a very sharp knife. I got it at IKEA, man. Love that place. All right, so boom. Now that's a nice little piece. Man, I'm telling you, look how good that looks. That is top shelf, buddy. Top shelf. Now I'm gonna come in here, and I'm gonna go underneath that line of skin, and I'm gonna kind of go back here. All right. Now you see how all of it's. So I'm gonna just try to kind of get it started here. I tell you what, the easiest part's getting the top layers removed. Because once you go in and get this, this is not easy. But man, it's so worth it. And it's kind of fun to do, to be honest. At least for me, it's kind of fun to do. So, I don't know how I'll put this video together for you. I'm liable just to see how I'm doing it. I'm liable just to cut a lot of it out and put bits and pieces in there. So now I'm just trying to get under it to get a little bit of, you know, what's the word, a handle on it, so I can pull it back like I did the top one and pull it off. All right, so I got some here, so let's just go here and let's just pull it back. Try to keep the blade towards that silver skin, so I can. And when you do that, you end up taking the least amount of good meat off with the silver skin. Now, if I were a great, like I said, if I were a real good, see how I pull that off? Oh my God, y'all! See, if I were a great butcher, I'd be able to save so much of this meat, and the steak would look, you know, like, oh my God, it's just beautiful. But it's all cut up here. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, man. See all that? I mean, that's nothing but heavy, a little bit of fat, but most of it's just rough silver skin that you won't be able to eat. So let's get this last bit off, and I'll show you what we're left with. Let's see here. Look at this. Oh man, y'all. Okay, so here's this. It's. I mean, might as well throw all that away, right? Now look at this. You see how I was talking about the iron? See how it's back? It's as if you got, here's the handle of the iron and you're going back and forth. This is exactly what I'm saying. Now, yes, you could cook this as one big steak or roast or whatever, but you're going to have this. And as soon as you bite into this, it's, you're going to have to pull it out, get some of this stuff off, because you can't swallow this. So the best way to do it is to start out right here. We're going to make 2 steaks out of this, y'all. So we want to try to get us a handle, just like we did on the last one. Let's see here. I hope you can see this okay. And y'all are probably just laughing at me like, oh my gosh, Uncle John, he's something else. But look here. Look here, see how I'm pulling it back? You can see really just underneath a little bit of this is that darn skin that you can't do anything with. So let's just keep trying to, ooh wee doggies, keep trying to pull this away, cut it, and keep as much steak as we can without making it look just so terrible. But I don't give a poot what it looks like, right? I'm telling you, Diane loves this stuff, so it makes me look like a really good husband when I get it for her. And we know that's what I want. Lordy mercy. Now, like I say, boy, if I was a good butcher, I'd be cutting this just perfectly, and it would look good. This is not something that you're going to be bringing probably, you know, to a restaurant. Oh, jeez. All right, this is not the best way, but in a perfect world, I've got 1 steak here, y'all. So, and you know, zoom, you could cut like that and make it all the edges and all good, just like, and display it in the meat rack or whatever. I don't give 2 hoots about that. So now here's this piece right here. Here's what we got to do. We got to get this booger off here. And once we got it, then we got all this as a steak, and we got 2 steaks. And I'm telling you, oh my God, it is so good. It is so good. It's so good. So let's just see what we can do about getting this piece off here. Maybe I'll go this way. I'll pull off some of this. Well, let's see here, y'all. Kind of left this. Shouldn't have done that. pack it on there. It'll stick. All right, so now let's go under here. Start here. Here was a trick I learned. Instead of starting here, you'll never get you a handle, and it's so key to get yourself a handle so you can go back this way. So I just like go underneath here real easy. Let's see. Try not to go too far down because I don't want to cut away the steak. But you see how I'm doing that? All right, so boom. Oh, ta-da, ta-da. Don't worry about that. That right there is actually some fat that once cooked, oh my gosh, it's just going to add flavor. Let's see, let's get this out. If you ever get to a point, like see here how that is, and that won't come up, all you do is go like this. Get you beyond that point. There you go. Now let's see if I can get this not too bad situation here. Let's see here. All right, I'm gonna come this way, y'all. I hope this isn't gonna be a stupid video for you, because how do I know if it's stupid? Y'all probably gonna be like, oh my God, he thinks he's actually doing something that has some kind of educational value, but I hope it's not just a laugher. Let's see here, I'm gonna go. All right, coming up here, I'm trying to grab some more of this silver skin because I'm running into a, oh man, y'all, it's gonna be so good. I keep looking at it and thinking how good it is. Let's see here. I'm pulling it and I'm trying to remember to get that resistance towards this silver skin that, you know, is just underneath this little bit of steak that I'm leaving on it. Let's see here. Oh my gosh. And Rachel, if you've never had this, because I know y'all over there in England have all different kinds of food than we have, but oh my gosh, this will convert you. Wee doggies. Let's see here. All right, so I'm about done. See that? And you can see the end of it. Let me just go in here. Got that. Go in here, cut this out. Don't knock it over, John. All right, so that, I mean, geez, you might get a bite if you take some of this off and mash it together. Check this out, y'all. So, like I say, it's not perfect, but here's two different steaks. And man, oh my God, we're talking the best stuff you can have. So anyway, fry that up or cook it on the grill, ever how you want to cook a steak, broil it, whatever you want to do. I tell you what, it's just as easy just to put it on a cast iron pan, throw you some oil on there, and get it to about medium high. Put it on a cast iron pan, sear it both sides for a few minutes, and you're virtually all the way home. And it's good stuff. A little salt, pepper, maybe some butter, some Worcestershire sauce, whatever you prefer. But I promise you, please try this. If you guys can get a good deal on it, remember it comes from around the shoulder roast of the cow. So if the butcher doesn't know what it is, because a lot of them don't, and oh my gosh, they'll chances are sell it to you for next to nothing. And it's, I mean, think how much a filet mignon costs, and I tell you. Oh, hey, all right. So that is my lesson for the day. Hope you enjoyed it. See y'all later.